Good morning once again, Batch 12, Group B. This is your teacher, Roderick, and welcome to CHI Online Training. Our subject is Electric and Electronic Fundamentals 3 or EF 3. And our lesson is all about applying Ohm's law in series and parallel capacitance circuit. Now let's start, guys. The lesson that I am going to discuss is the continuation of our previous lesson that we learned, which is all about applying Ohm's law in series and parallel capacitance circuit. Last time, I discussed how to apply Ohm's law in series capacitance circuit. So this time, I will discuss how to apply Ohm's law in parallel capacitance circuit. Now, given circuit on the board, we have here three capacitors connected in parallel. We have C1, which is the value is 100 microfarad, C2 is 200 microfarad, and C3 is 300 microfarad. And these three are connected in parallel, and there is a source voltage which is 10 volts and a 60 Hz frequency. How to apply Ohm's law in parallel capacitance circuit? First steps is we are going to compute the capacitive reactance, and this is the symbol of capacitive reactance, which is Xc. Now, you have seen on the circuit, given circuit, that there are three capacitors connected in parallel. So we are going to compute the capacitive reactance of C1 and the capacitive reactance of C2 and the capacitive reactance of C3. Okay, now what is the formula to compute Xc or capacitive reactance? So formula is Xc1 is equal to 1 divided by, open parenthesis, 2 times pi times frequency times C1, close parenthesis. So we are going to solve the C1, the Xc of C1. So substitute the value of pi, frequency, and C1. So Xc1 is equal to 1 divided by, open parenthesis, times 2 times 3.14 times 60 times 0.001 farad. Now, where we get this 0.0001 farad? So we get this value from 100 microfarad. We convert 100 microfarad to farad. Remember, guys, that 1 farad is equal to 1 million microfarad. Okay, let's continue. So Xc1 now is equal to 1 divided by 0.03768. Now this value is the product of this three value here. Okay, then Xc now will be equal to 26.54 ohms. Next, we're going to solve or compute the capacitive reactance of C2. So Xc2 is equal to 1 divided by, open parenthesis, 2 times pi times f times C2. Then substitute the value of pi, frequency, and C2. So this time your Xc2 will be equal to 1 divided by, open parenthesis, 2 times 3.14 times 60 times 0.0002 farad. Now, the total value of these four value of this number is equal to 0.07536. So this is the product now. Then we are going to divide, 1 divided by 0.07536. So your Xe2 now will be equal to 13.27 ohms. Then we have another capacitor, C3. So Xc3 is equal to 1 divided by, open parenthesis, 2 times pi times F times C3. Then substitute the value of pi, frequency, and C3. So Xc3 now is equal to 1 divided by, open parenthesis, 2 times 3.14 times 60 times 0.0003 farad. Now your total capacitive reactance 3 is equal to 1 divided by 0.11304. So what is the value of your Xc3 now? So Xc3 will be equal to 8.85 ohms. Next, this time we are going to apply Ohm's law to compute the current. Now what is the formula? Now formula is current, or I, is equal to the source voltage. Remember, source voltage above is this one, guys. This is the source voltage. And then divided by Xc. Okay. Now remember, there are 3 capacitors. Okay. So we are going to solve the current of this path here. Okay. And another path here, which is I2. And then another path of current here is I3. So there are 3 paths of current in parallel. Okay, and we have also here the total current. Okay, so first we are going to solve I1. Okay, so current, compute the current in capacitor 1. So formula is I1 is equal to source voltage divided by Xc1. Now, substitute the value of Vs and Xc1. So this time your I1 is equal to 10 volts, which is this one, divided by the value of Xc1, which is 26.54 ohms. Now, how much is I1? Now, I1 now is equal to 0.377 ampere, or A. Next, we're going to solve the current in C2. Okay, so current in C2, formula I2 is equal to Vs divided by Xc2. Then substitute the value of Vs and Xc2. So I2 now is equal to 10 volts divided by 13.27 ohms. So your I2 now is equal to 0.754 ampere, or A. Next is the current in I3, in capacitor 3. So the formula is I3 is equals to Vs, or source voltage, divided by Xc3. Then substitute the value of Vs and Xc3. So I3 now is equal to 10 volts divided by 8.85 ohms. Then your I3 is equal to 1.13 ampere, or A. Question: do all solutions are correct? And how to check the answer of the solutions? So first steps is compute the total capacitance. Okay, so how much is the total capacitance of these 3 capacitors connected in parallel? So formula, so CT, or total capacitance, is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. Then substitute the value of C1, C2, and C3. So total capacitance is equal to 100 microfarad, which is C1, 200 microfarad, which is C2, and 300 microfarad, which is C3. So what is the summation of this three value of capacitor? So total capacitance is equal to 600 microfarad. Now remember, Shabab, once it is parallel, all you have to do is just add all the value of the capacitance. And remember, see to it that all the units are the same. Okay? The same. If not the same, do not add. You have to change one of the value of the capacitance. Okay? Change all, it should be all the units should be the same. Okay? So you cannot add if the unit are not the same. Okay? Only all units are the same. You can all add. Okay? Now next, we are going to change the microfarad to farad. Okay? So convert microfarad to farad. So CT is equal to 600 microfarad divided by 1 million microfarad. So your CT now will be equal to 0.0006 farad. Okay? Then next steps is compute the total capacitive reactance. So formula is XCT is equal to 1 divided by open parenthesis 2 times pi times F times CT. Then we are going to substitute the value of pi, F, and CT. So your XCT now is equal to 1 divided by open parenthesis 2 times 3.14 times 60 times 0.0006 farad. Now your total XCT is equal to 4.42 ohms. Now is this correct? So we will find another formula to get this value of XCT. So this is the formula. So compute XCT using another formula. So this is the formula. XCT is equal to 1 divided by open parenthesis 1 divided by XC1 close parenthesis plus open parenthesis 1 divided by XC2 close parenthesis plus open parenthesis 1 divided by XC3 close parenthesis close parenthesis. Then substitute the value of XC1, XC2, and XC3. So this is now the value of XC1, which is 26.54. XC2 is 13.27. And XC3 is 8.85. So how much is now the total capacitive reactance? So this is now the value of XCT, which is 4.42, and which is the same from the previous formula that we used for XCT. Next, compute the total current. So how much is the total current of these three value of current here, I1, I2, I3? So first, we are going to use a formula. So formula is IT, or total current, is equal to source voltage divided by the total capacitive reactance. Now, how much is Vs? Substitute value Vs and XCT. So this is the value of Vs, which is 10, divided by XCT, which is 4.42, which we compute before the two formula that we used. So this is the value is 4.42 ohms. So how much is total current? Total current is equal to 2.26 ampere or A. Now another formula to solve for total current is IT is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Then we are going to substitute the value of I1, I2, and I3. So this is now the value of I1, which is 0.377 ampere plus 0.754 ampere for I2 plus 1.13 ampere, the value of I3. So what is the summation, the total of these three value? So total current is equal to 2.26 ampere, or A, and which is the same from the previous formula that we used for IT. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a nice day to everyone.